Welcome everyone. My name is Susan and we're going to do a nice little half-hour chair yoga class today. Today is May 28th, in case you're wondering what day it is today. So I want you to be nice and comfortable in your chair. Always try and choose a nice sturdy chair with a nice strong back, all right? So sitting nice and tall in your chair, ankle and knees nice and lined up, so relax your legs. Now remember, everything we do or anything we do, take it easy, listen to your body, respect your limitations. You know, if it's something we're going to do is not going to feel good for you, or it's going to aggravate a condition or cause you pain, please think about it before you try it. All right, and if it's an issue, you can always come out of it. All right, just try and relax. Now the breathing is in through the nose and out through the nose. All right, nice long, full, smooth breath. Okay, so just do what you can. Now I want you to sit back in your chair and just relax. All right. We always start our class with a couple of minutes of breathing, of Pranayama, and every week I choose a different mudra. So today we're going to practice our relax and practice our breathing with Buddhi mudra. So this is your little finger, tip of the little finger connected to the tip of the thumb. Little finger imparts clear and intuitive communication. Thumb represents your ego. Tip to tip, palm facing the ceiling, resting comfortably on your lap. If you're not interested in doing a mudra, just put your hands on your lap. Don't worry about it. All right? Sit back in your chair, relax your shoulders, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Relax those shoulders, just breathe. Nice long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Always suspend your breath for a few seconds and then exhale fully. Now's the time to drop your day and settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. For one more nice long smooth breath. And on your next exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together. Now at this point, I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair. So let's really be aware of our posture, sitting nice and tall and proud. Hands together, let's rub them vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more nice long smooth breath. And on the exhale, I'd like you to drop 3 fingers. Keep the index fingers together, preparing for Jupiter Mudra. So just one quick note on the breathing. I'm going to try and cue you on the breath. So when I say on the next exhale or your next exhale is when I'd like you to try and move, because we always move on the exhale. So just try and relax, all right? Let's take a big breath together. And on the exhale, let's see if we can come up. Now, sitting nice and tall, see how high you can reach. If you can't get very high, if this bothers your shoulders or arms, you can reposition your arms. You know, you can always make little adjustments to find the place that is just perfect for you and your body. Now, sitting nice and tall in those sit bones, let's wake up that physical body. Let's wake up that spine. Reach, breathe. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion are activated when together. Focus your energies on breaking through barriers. For one more breath. On the exhale, keep the hands together. We're going to lean from side to side. If this bothers your arms, put your hands on your hips and you can do the same thing. Let's inhale as you lean to the right. Like I said, if you have your hands on your hips, you can still lean. Keep your back straight as you can, and let's really start lengthening the left side of the body. One more breath. Exhale, use your core muscles to help you move. Let's go to the left, take your breath. And exhale. You don't have to go very far. Even if you barely move, it doesn't matter. If you're tight, if you're not very flexible, if you're really stiff, Just move a little bit. That's just fine. Give your body chance to release, to decompress. On the exhale, come up. Big breath. Exhale, arms down. All the way slow and gentle with those shoulders. Hands on the lap. Now I want you to roll them out. Now, if you find you're a little tight and you can't, you don't get a lot of movement, don't worry about it. Just do what you can. And every so often throughout our little 30 minutes together, we'll roll the shoulders out. And you're going to find that as you get on, the shoulders will get looser and looser. So starting to release the stiffness, the tightness, the tension in the shoulders, the neck, the upper body, increasing circulation in the upper body as well. All right, still sitting nice and tall. Ankle and knees are lined up, legs are completely relaxed. Let's do a nice gentle neck stretch. This one here, take it easy. If you have issues with your neck, just do what you can, all right? Sitting nice and tall, take a big breath. On the exhale, I want you just to tilt your head to the right. You don't have to go far. Relax the shoulders, lengthening, decompressing the left side of the neck. The neck muscles are called scalene muscles. They're very small. It doesn't take a lot for them to be tight and compressed, and that means the nerves and the blood vessels are also compressed. So let's try and release them. One more breath. Exhale, bring the head up slowly. Let's go to the left. Take your breath. On the exhale, just let it happen. Don't force the stretch. You don't have to be aggressive in your stretches. Just let it happen. Keep the breath flowing. Every breath you take is long and smooth this whole time we're together. And on the exhale, come up. Big breath. Exhale, just tilt your head back and let's release the throat and the front of the neck. Focus on the sensations of that long, smooth breath for one more. On the exhale, bring your head to neutral position, preparing to bow your head. On the next exhale, bow. Releasing the back of the neck, the top of the spine. Exhale, come up. All right, now let's roll those shoulders out. Let's see if they're a little looser. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Keep your breath going. Forward and backward. Loosen. All right, perfect. And let's do a nice seated twist pose from here. So let's work on our spine. So I'd like you to put the left hand on the right knee. And the right hand, I'd like you to hold on to the side of your chair, okay? So we're just going to turn our bodies to the right, looking over the right shoulder. So do what you can. If you have issues with your back or your spine, remember, don't torque your back. Even if you move a little bit, that's okay. When you find a comfortable place, if you find you want to go a little deeper, you can. Or if you need to back up, you can do that as well. But try to do it on the exhale, all right? So let's take a breath to center, preparing to go to the right on the exhale. Back is straight, shoulders are relaxed, gentle seated twist pose, releasing the spine, keeping it nice and flexible and agile and supple. Releasing the nerves, the blood vessels and the muscles up and down your spine for one more breath. On the exhale, slowly come to center. Counter pose, let's go right to the other side. Right hand on the left knee, left hand back of the chair, the side of the chair. Let's go to the left. On the exhale. Even in the twist pose, your breath is exactly the same. It's long and it's smooth, gentle, moving your body slowly, gently, and very carefully. It's not a race. On the exhale, come back to center. There's no rush, there's no hurry. Roll the shoulders a little more if you'd like. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to try one move called the eagle arm. So this one here is specifically for the forearms and the shoulders, and even into the upper arms as well, all right? So I'm going to give you two different ways. I'm going to give you a quick demo, and we'll see what we can do together. The actual eagle arms would be back-to-back hands. I'm going to take the right hand over the left. I'm going to grab my fingers very gently, and I'm going to bring them in, just like this. Now, if you find this is really going to be too much for your wrists or your arms, I just want you to put your hands in Namaste prayer pose. That's all, okay? If you prefer to do it that way, absolutely. All right, so if you'd like to try, bring the arms down a little bit lower. Right hand over the left, grab the fingers gently. You don't have to have a tight grip. A loose grip is fine. And roll them in. All right, And if your hands are in Namaste prayer pose, that's fine. Just right here, take a breath. On the exhale, I want you just to lean back slightly. Look up to the ceiling. It's a gentle back bend. One more breath. Exhale, I want you to fold over, bow your head, rest your elbows on your thighs if you'd like. One more breath. On the exhale, come up slowly. All right, release the hands. Now, roll them out if you need to. Let's do it again. All right. Now we're going to do the left hand over the right. Very gentle. It's just a very gentle stretch. Breathe. Exhale, look up. Try to keep that breath nice and long and smooth. The inhale the same duration as the exhale. And always try and suspend your breath for the same amount of time, just for a few seconds in between. And on the exhale, let's fold right forward. Eagle arm flow. On the exhale, come up slowly. All right. Now gently release. Hands on the lap. Roll the shoulders out. If you need, you can roll. You can shake your hands out if you want. If you have a little tension in your forearms, perhaps. It's a nice stretch for the wrists as well. And wiggle your fingers around if you'd like. All right. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do one called a heart opener. So I want you just to stay in this position with your legs and your feet. Feet, legs are nice and relaxed. I want you to inhale, arms up, shoulder height if you can. Lower is fine. Take a breath. On the exhale, I want you just to lean forward slightly. If you can, bring your arms behind a little bit. Maybe bring the shoulder blades together. And just stay right here. You don't have to lean forward far. Just breathe. And this is called a heart opener. So releasing the shoulders as well. And opening up the chest, the rib cage. Releasing the tight pectorals. Heart opener. One more breath. Exhale. Straighten your spine, bring the arms down, right into mountain Tatasana. This is a resting neutral place. You can come here anytime during the class if you want to skip a move or something we're going to do is not going to feel good for you. Just come right here. Let your arms hang, let gravity just pull those arms down, but keep your body straight. Be aware of your posture, and let's take 3 breaths here in our mountain pose. This is a neutral place to be. It's also a resting place to be. Focus on the sensations of that full breath. Relax those shoulders. Close your eyes if that helps. Bring yourself right here, right now, where nothing matters. But how you feel in this moment, where you are, what you're doing, the position of your body, and how your body moves, and how your body feels. And that beautiful breath. One more breath. All right. All right, hands on the lap. See if you want to roll the shoulders out. See how that feels. Roll them out a little bit more. Maybe you're getting a little looser. All right, let's start working some lower body. So now I want you to scooch up to the edge of the chair and open up those legs as wide as you can. Now, sit bones are nice and comfortable. Wiggle around to make sure that you're nice and anchored to the floor. Ankles and knees are nice and lined up. You can have your feet in a V, or if you want to have them straight, whatever feels good for your lower legs and your ankles. Now, lean forward slightly. Keep your hands on your lap. I just want you to press down on your feet, because I want you to feel nice and anchored to the floor so that you're comfortable and you're not going to worry about sliding or moving around, okay? Nice and comfortable, because when you're comfortable, you're confident. So from here, we are going to do a forward fold, but we're also going to really get a nice stretch for the upper back and the shoulders. So I'd like you just to grab your elbows like this, all right? So with a straight spine, take a breath. On the exhale, I want you just to lean forward and just to hang out. You don't have to go far, and just let your arms kind of dangle. You can bow your head a little and just relax and breathe. This is a wonderful stretch for the upper back, the shoulders. And sitting in this position is a gentle hip opener. So you can feel your quads and your thighs engaging as well, even though we're focusing on the upper back. One more breath. On the exhale, come up, push yourself up. Push on those feet, those legs, get yourself up. And release. Hands on the left, roll the shoulders out a little more if you need to. Excuse me. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is I want you to bring your legs together. Sit back in the chair just a little bit more, all right? So now what we're going to do is a lovely hip opener as well. I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this one here. If you can, I'd like you to cross the right leg over the left knee, just like this. Sitting like this is a nice stretch for your quads, for the hip abductors, for your buttock as well. If you find this is a little too intense for you, cross at the ankle. You're going to get a nice stretch. It's not as intense, but you'll still get a nice stretch all the way up, all right? So I'm going to do it this way here, all right? So I'd like you to bring your hands up over behind your head, all right? Just like this. Now, if you find this is a bit much for the arms and the shoulders, put your hands on your hips. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to do a little gentle twist. We're just going to turn our body slightly to the right. That's it, all right? From here, take a breath. On the exhale, just turn. You don't have to go too far, just a little bit. Keep that breath going. So it's a very gentle spinal twist, but we're focusing on the lower body with this one, as well as even working some abdominal muscles. One more breath. Exhale, come to center. All right, bring the arms down. Untangle those legs. Let's go to the other side. If you can't cross, like I said, if you find you prefer to cross at the ankle, absolutely do it that way. All right, hands up again, or put your hands on your hips and you can go to the left that way. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale, center. All right, perfect. Bring the arms down and untangle those legs. Roll the shoulders out a little bit more if you'd like. All right. Now I want you to sit up in your chair. Move up again. All right. Let's get those legs open. Now, just having the legs open as wide as you can, that's comfortable. Again, adjust the position of your feet and your ankles, whatever's comfortable for you. Now make sure the sit bones are nice and anchored. Wiggle around again. Pardon me. Finding that perfect place that you feel comfortable. Now, like I said, having your legs open like this is a gentle hip opener. Pardon me. Releasing, lengthening, stretching the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area, releasing the tight buttocks as well. So we're going to do a couple of things from this position here. Now, if you want to open them a little wider, if you have to bring your legs together a little bit for comfort, absolutely, make those adjustments so that you feel good, all right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to be lifting the legs up, just like that, okay? And then we're going to bring them down. That's it. Now, the hands you can hold on to the side of the chair if you want, or if you want to have one on your lap, or one on your thigh, one on the chair, you can. So sitting nice and tall, we're going to lift the right leg up. We're going to bend at the knee. We're going to do it 3 times without touching the floor. Now, don't worry if you can't get your foot off the floor. If you can't get very high, just do what you can. If you can get nice and high, that's fine as well. So just really start working those big muscles, all right? The quads, the hamstrings, like I said, the inner thighs. This is going to also work the muscles around the hip. All right, so let's try the right leg. Ready? Inhale up. Exhale. Now the next time you bring it up, stay here, and I want you just to round the ankles. Both directions. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath and don't forget to breathe. Rolling out the ankles, and you can wiggle your toes if you want. Wiggle your toes while you do that. Play piano with the toes. And down. Now that you should have felt a lot of fire right in here, which is a good thing. All right, like I said, you can always make it. If you get tired while we're doing this, put your leg down and rest. Don't worry about it, all right? Because if it gets to be a struggle, then that means it's time to rest. Because everything revolves around your breath. The breath is consistent. Every move and everything you do, every breath is the same. If your breath changes, that means you have to think about what you're doing, either come out of it or make an adjustment. Come back to the breath that's there to guide you, So let's try the left one now. Ready? Inhale up. Exhale. Try to relax. Shoulders are nice and loose. Breath is flowing. Focus on exactly the part of the body you're working with. Little fire in the quad. Bring it up. Stay here around the ankles now. Nice and slow. Follow the breath. And if you want, if you can, wiggle the toes. Add the toes as well while you're doing this. Really loosen everything up. And down. Perfect. All right. Roll the shoulders out. So we're going to stay in this position just a little bit longer. All right. From here, let's move the ankles or the wrists and the hands. So I want you just to bring your arms up like this. And I want you just to roll the ankles, the wrists, I should say. And I want you to wiggle your fingers. Roll. Loosen up. Articulate those wrists, working the forearm as well. Wiggling the fingers, releasing, decompressing the tight muscles, the nerves, and the blood vessels. All right. Perfect. Arms down. Nice and slow. Roll the shoulders out a little more if you need to. Whenever you want. Just rolling the shoulders out at any given point during the day even, it really, really helps with the releasing the tension into the upper body and the shoulders, and also helping you reduce your stress level as well when you add the breath to go along with it. All right, let's do a nice goddess side stretch. Sitting nice and tall just like this, let me show you quickly what we're going to do. What we're going to do is I'm going to rest the elbow, my forearm, left one on the left thigh, and I'm going to reach up at the right arm, and I'm going to kind of lean over a little bit to the left. Now, when you do this, try to keep your body as straight as you can. Arm is lined up to the side of the body. Try not to be leaning forward or tilted back as best you can, all right, depending on how your body is set up. If you can go as far as you like. If you find it's a challenge, even just bring your arm up here. If you find putting your hand on your hip is better for you, do it that way, all right? So, this is our goddess side reach. Left forearm resting gently on the left thigh. Let's go. Inhale up and over. Reach. Spread those fingers like rays of sunshine. Getting a lengthening from the tips of the fingers all the way down the right side of the body, right down to the hip. This is also engaging your core muscles, even the muscles in your back. Lengthening the body, stretching it out. Releasing. One more breath. Exhale, come up. Let's go right to the other side. Right forearm resting. Just rest it comfortably on your lap. Again, if you prefer to do it with your hand on your hip, absolutely. Straight spine. Let's go. Inhale up and over. Our shoulders are relaxed. The breath is flowing. And exhale. Perfect. Down. All right. And roll it out. All right, so let's prepare for our child's pose. Now, again, if you're hopefully in the same position, sitting nice and anchored to the edge of the chair, all right, make sure your sit bones are nice and stuck to the chair. So the child's pose is a resting, neutral, and also a full body stretch. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this one, and depending on how you feel, you can choose whatever works for you. First of all, I'll show you the full version, and I'll give you a modified version. The full version of child's pose is coming all the way here and just hanging out. Now, if you have vertigo, high or low blood pressure, or anything like that, whenever we have our head below our hips, those are called inversions. So if that's really not going to work for you, don't worry about it. Just rest your forearms gently on your thigh, and just bow your head a little, and just look at the floor or close your eyes and just hang out here and try and relax, okay? So that would be plan B, right? Preparing for child's pose, Balasana, big breath. And whatever version you're in, just like gravity pulling you down, just let it all go. If your arms are hanging down, this is a really nice release, lengthening of the spine, releasing of the shoulders, the upper back. And now's the time to thank yourself for being here today, for taking this time just to relax, just maybe slow things down, maybe just to stretch, because that's what it is. It's just lengthening and releasing, stretching out those tight muscles. maybe re-energizing or decompressing for whatever reason brings you here. And just give yourself a little time for yourself. Like give yourself permission to relax for a little while. That's all it is. A little time for yourself for one more breath. On the next exhale, let's come up. Push yourself up very slowly. Reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. Very slowly, all the way. Now let's finally get those legs together. Bring them together. All right, now you can sit back. Scooch back in your chair. And now we're going to prepare for Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today. Now I'd like you to sit back in your chair. Just sit right back. Now, I want you to find a place in your chair at this point that you can just melt into your chair. So if you want to kind of reposition your legs, if you want your knees to fall open, if you want your arms to hang down, you can bow your head or whatever position you want to sit in your chair. Close your eyes. I want you just to be completely relaxed. Just rest into Savasana. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into the room, back into your space. Wiggle your fingers and toes to bring life back to your body. And when you're ready, I want you to bring yourself back up to a nice straight seated position. So again, being aware of your posture. Nice and tall and proud on your sit bones, all right? Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub and vigorously activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sat Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace, may love and light be with you always. Namaste. And we're all done. Wonderful. Thank you. That was nicely done. And feels good. So any of the stretches we do with our chair yoga, even if you decide, you're just sitting around, do the stretches, move your body, twist a little bit, lift your leg up, roll the ankles, wiggle your toes. It's so good for you, so you can do this any kind of chair, anywhere, anytime, anybody can do it. So thank you again for joining me. Again, my name is Susan, and stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a nice little short Pilates class on the mat, 30 minutes, and a nice little 30-minute hatha yoga as well on the mat. So anyways, have a wonderful day. Get outside, get some sun on your face, go play outside, get some fresh air. All right? Thanks again.